Hi guys, this is Jonathan and Jackson with NJExperience.com. In today's video session, we want to explore choke from the rear and 4 applications that you would do with an unarmed choke from the rear. We're also going to explore 2 applications that you would do if you were being choked from the rear and then they had a knife as well. So very realistic, street-oriented Aikido today. And then centered not on a technique, but on an attack. And so the attack is this, a version of this, right, initially. And the first one that we're going to cover is the mugger's throw application. And in my mind, when we would prefer to go to mugger's throw would be when the uke felt the technique coming on. So maybe he sees this. Right, sees my arm swinging around, and he's going to use that circular momentum to create the energy for the mugger's throw. So I'm coming up from behind, he sees this, he just does the mugger's throw. That's a really simple application, and it's all keyed off of this momentum. I'm swinging, and then he just goes. Right? So can't wait, right? It's got to be right in time. Yeah. And so the first one is the mugger's throw. Now, the remaining 3 techniques are coming, and he's going to end up being kind of pulled back. And so we have a scenario where, maybe we're kind of squared off and we're fighting, and he throws a straight punch, and I block him to get in here, and then I got a choke, okay? So that's going to be the scenario. Okay? So he comes in, I get this. Now from here, what he's going to do is pivot. He's going to find his corner and do a high bridge. Okay? So we'll show that one more time. The high bridge. So again, he throws a punch. He's the attacker this time. I get the choke. He pivots off the corner. Yeah, high bridge. Now let's say this is the Walmart parking lot though, or any parking lot. Or maybe a gravel road, you don't know. Tailgating at a Clemson football game. Get my digs in. So, the parking lot may not be smooth. There may not be a mat there, and so maybe you want to do a leg sweep instead. So same attack scenario. Punch comes in, I block, I secure the choke. He just does a leg sweep. Now hang on just a second. You're not going to let go of the choke, right? You're just going to hold the choke. You see how I countered it, right? I just let my leg go. Okay, so here we go. Punch me. Boom. I come in. I did this. Now, pivot out, dip down. There you go. I did inadvertently show the leg sweep counter there. We should probably cover that in another video, but what it looks like is this. Okay, and we've got all kinds of fun stuff. But that's not the topic of this video. So, if you want to make sure that your uke cannot counter the leg sweep, one good way to do it is to sweep both legs. So here we go, he does the punch, sweep both legs. Yes. There's no countering that. Okay. Now, the last scenario that we're going to explore unarmed is a come-along application. And so, same attack and scenario. I get the attack and I'm pulling him back. This time he steps out inside. Now he's got to come along, does a throw. Technique over. Those are 4 unarmed scenarios. We're going to cover 2 scenarios with the tanto, with the knife, and so I'll be the bad guy. The first scenario is like a hostage scenario, and so it's not actually a choke. This hand is controlling uke on the shoulder, and then the knife is around with the blade of the knife on the neck. And maybe I'm trying to talk to somebody or something, and I've got this kind of hostage situation. So what he is going to do, go ahead. Go ahead, keep going. All right, let's talk about that. we'll show it from a different angle. So, the first thing that he's going to do, I've got in here, is he's going to, with his hand, he's going to push the knife away from his neck. See, so it's here, and he's going to shove it this way. Now I can't come back, okay? Now, my first inclination, you got to do this quick because I could just switch hands and start, carving him up. So the instinct for your attacker will be to pull this back. So he uses that momentum to get me into this lock right here. So I'm basically in a come along that we teach from the mount, but I'm standing. And now he's just going to take a knee, and I have to go. Now you can take the knife by applying a two-hand lift-up application, and the technique is over. Okay? So that is, and we'll do this at speed this time. So we're ready? All right. The last application, or the second application of the knife, is a little bit, sometimes people think this is a little harder, but to me it's a little bit easier. So this time the choke is on, and then with the knife, I've got the knife pointed like right into his carotid artery here. Okay? So this, and a lot of people think this is more serious, but in my mind this is a little bit easier to defend than the other. So all he does, yep, that's all he does. So what was that? So we're here, got the lock on. He reaches up with the blind side hand, turns it, steps out into a peel off, puts the lock on, and then takes the knife, okay, off of the peel off lock. Let me, you get the bad guy for that one, just real quick, just to cover a couple things. So again, this is not good here. Fighting the choke is not going to kill you. The knife is going to kill you. So one of the things I like to do is bring your hands up. He's going to focus on the hand he can see. This gets this hand closer to the knife. So I don't want any trouble. And then here, this goes straight over as I'm spinning around. Now, his momentum has carried him over, so rather than disarm from the peel off, I'm going to pull him into arm bar. And let's rotate the camera real quick. So, the arm bar, of course I can apply the arm bar and get him to let go. But that doesn't necessarily require him to release the knife. And then, of course, you could dislocate his elbow and then he'd probably release it. Just to cover some other possibilities, one thing that you're looking for a lift-up application, this is a cool lift-up application. Just bring his arm, and now he's in the lift-up. Now, he can't let go of the knife, though, but he's in the lift-up. Now, if his wrist were turned and the knife pointed down and his palm pointing up, you can do a two-hand lift-up application, and that is just here. Now, when you push down, look, try to grab the knife. He can't hold it. You just pull it right out. If you don't believe me, try it. Just grab a knife and then do the two-hand lift-up application like this. There's no way that it just forces your palm open or your hand open. Okay, now so we go back. We get into this. Let's say that you have tried the elbow or the arm bar, it hasn't worked. So you come up here to the lift up. He can't let go, but if I really want to end the fight, the shoulder, as opposed to the elbow, is the way to end it decisively, right? And so you take the elbow here, and then you just put it on the ground beside his head. And that will destroy everything in his shoulder. And then he'll give you the knife. Okay? So those are some possibilities. Go ahead and cover. So, kind of a different take from what we would normally do, where we're focusing on a technique and then all the various applications. Now we have a specific attack and discussing all of the possibilities. Thanks for watching. This is Jonathan and Jackson with ngexperience.com, training Nihon Goshin Aikido in the Columbia, South Carolina dojo. Come and train.